Hi everybody, welcome to the Little Miss Funeral YouTube channel. My name is Lauren Leroy. I am a licensed funeral director in the state of New York, and it has been about 3 years since I have said that introduction. For those of you who are new to my channel, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like and subscribe button, I would appreciate that. And for those of you who are returning, hi. It has been a minute. So I created Little Miss Funeral in 2012 because at the time I was a young female in the funeral industry, and I was having a lot of my friends and family members come to me and ask me questions about what it was that I was actually doing for work and what my days kind of look like. Because working in a funeral home was something that was and still very much is unique. Little Miss Funeral started out as a blog, and it kind of grew and evolved into this online platform and my YouTube channel. And then back in 2018, my husband and I welcomed our first child into our family. Now, since then, we have welcomed a few more kids and a couple of dogs, and our life is very full and very crazy. And honestly, I never planned to take a break or to step away from YouTube, but it just kind of happened very organically. And I have very much enjoyed spending time with my family and having them be my first priority and putting all of my attention into my kids. But very recently, my husband started his own YouTube channel, Lightsaber Life, and it's about lightsabers because I married the biggest geek ever, and watching him kind of create this channel and make his videos and just have this excitement over what he was doing sparked this excitement back into me. And I just feel like this is a good time for me to kind of re-enter my YouTube era and start making videos again. Because when Little Miss Funeral first started, I offered a young perspective into the industry. But now that I've been doing this for 15 years, I am a little bit more seasoned, and I think that I can come back and offer a different perspective than I could at the beginning because I have been doing this for just a few years. So I'm very excited to kind of get back into things. Even though I've stepped away from YouTube throughout the past 15 years, I've been actively working in a funeral home, and I currently work in a funeral home as well. My roles have changed throughout the 15 years. At the start of my career, I worked full-time, plus the amount of hours that I put in were anywhere from 50 to 60 hours a week. I started my career working for a family-run funeral home where I did everything from picking up deceased to making the arrangements to doing the funerals and the visitations. I left that job, and then I went to another family-run funeral home where I just did the upfront work, making the arrangements, doing the funerals, and I kind of left the behind-the-scenes things because I was just dealing with a lot of depression, compassion fatigue, and I needed a change in order to be able to actively stay in the industry. Then I had my first child, and I decided to be a stay-at-home mom, so I quit that job, and that lasted for about 6 months. And then I had another family-run funeral home contact me and offer me part-time work, and I ended up doing that for 5 years, totally enjoying it completely. But that family-run funeral home was sold to a corporation, and over time the job changed, the environment changed, and I just found out that it wasn't a good fit for me. So now I am back at a family-run firm, even though it is a little bit larger, and I have found that it's another good middle ground for me and where I am right now in my life. And the thing that I just want to post on this video and to encourage funeral professionals who are watching this is time changes, our lifestyles change, our families change, and I feel like I have always been able to find a funeral home that can meet me where I am personally and to give me what I need. A scary thing when you are in the funeral industry can be making changes, because sometimes I feel like we just become so comfortable where we are. One of the funeral homes where I was working for, I probably stayed there a little bit longer than I should have because I was unhappy, but I was comfortable. And when you're unhappy in the funeral industry, the work that you're doing is still meaningful, so you can have that to kind of ground you. So it's not that you're just working for someone or something and the unhappiness can override all of the goodness. This work matters. So even on my toughest days, knowing that what I was doing mattered kept me in an unhappy situation. But I was able to make changes, talk with my husband, find support from my family, and be brave enough to explore other options that are out there. That's the beautiful thing about the funeral industry, is there are so many options. From working with families and making arrangements to working with the deceased and doing all of the preparation work, I feel like for every personality and every lifestyle, there is something. So I'm very blessed that throughout my career, I've been able to find things that are good fits for me. I have a couple of ideas for future videos, but quite frankly, the videos that I want to make are educational and informative. So if you're watching this video now, and if you do have a question, comment, concern, or just want to know something about the industry, just put it below so that I can go through those, because I want to make sure that I'm answering questions and showing the funeral industry in a positive light and helping families better understand what it is that we do, and also educating maybe funeral professionals who are newer to this industry and just want to know how this job goes over time. So thank you all so much for all of the support throughout the years. I am so excited to get back into some sort of a rhythm and a routine with YouTube. I don't know what I am going to be posting yet, whether it's going to be weekly, monthly. We'll kind of see what it evolves into. But thank you all for the support. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.